First quick note today, folks. Your pizza is a little bit delayed. Apologies for that. Should be here in the next 20 or 30, but you should have some pizza landing soon. We'll break once we get to that point. Y'all know the rules by now. We're going to take attendance at the end. Don't leave until you have met with both your mentors. Everything is confidential unless someone tells you otherwise. Hey, CF staff, thank you. You guys know the rules by now. I am your instructor today. I am Drew. I'm Josh's chief of staff. It's nice to be here. Your TA Isha is over here. Please follow us on X and Twitter and all the things. You guys know what to do. Class reminders. Today we're going to go through your weekly updates. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the weekly updates that you got to be guys sending on Fridays. Make sure one student per team is sending those. Don't forget to check Canvas for messages and announcements. Another reminder is that your demo day is April 28th at 5:30 to 8:30. It'll be like a big pitch event. It'll be awesome. We'll have, it's the 27th? 28th is a Monday, but it's on Monday. Is that right? Is that right? All right. Awesome. Thank you, Isha. And then we're going to do a dry run / graded pitch the week prior on the 22nd in Voltron. And that's your next graded pitch. It should be your second of second for the semester. Updated dates, April 1st, first graded pitch, we're already through that. Today is just standard mentor office hours. Next week also is standard mentor office hours. And then April 22nd, again, is your second graded pitch, your final graded pitch. And then public demo day is the week following. Today's agenda is the standard run a show. We're going to do some guest mentor, we're skipping guest mentor introductions. We have no guest mentors today. Stay tuned for next week for guest mentors for next week. But today we're going to dive right into company updates and then have some extended mentor office hours time. We've got some great guest mentors. I'll let Josh or them hype them up next time around. And we're skipping all this, skipping. All right, folks, let's do company updates. Who wants to volunteer to go first? Who's in the front row? There we go. Good stuff.
Hey guys, my name is Troyan. I'm one of the co-founders for InternNest. I guess what our company does, we provide housing and roommates for interns, and we're also doing subleases so people can put their own subleases on. So you guys, if you're going anywhere for the summer, please jump on internnest.net and post your place here in Austin, and we'll try our best to get you guys a subleaser. Last week, we actually onboarded Southwest Airlines as one of our first clients. Thanks guys, thank you. So that was really cool, one of our first major clients. And then now we're starting to post it like everywhere, start going public as much people as we can, subleases, because we want to get cheap apartments on the page for other people, other interns, and also match interns with subleases. Accomplished next week, we're in the process of this pitch competition called HOLT. It's like really big, it's like a national thing, but it's also really competitive, so we'll see how that goes. What do you need help with, or who do you need to meet? Right now we're just trying to get the word out about InternNest, so if you guys can post it in your group chats, any places you know, anyone that's trying to sublease their place, they can definitely list it on internnest.net. And yeah, it's internnest.net, 2 N's. Thank you guys.
Hey everyone, my name is Akil Spitlo, and I'm the co-founder of Clipstack. So last Friday, the Minecraft movie dropped, and for creators, a trend like this triggers a rush to get all their content out before that hype dies down. Creators fall into Let me get into a bit of what Clipstack does. So Clipstack is a cloud-native workspace for creators of all kinds. We're offering these creator tools for them to manage all of their creator, their editing from video production, for creating from ideation to publishing in just one platform. So what we did last week is we completed many of our components. for just like the storyboarding phase and video uploading phase. And this week we are refining some of the features that we have faced. And then what we need help with is we are trying to onboard more creators. So we want to see what connections we can get and access before we continue building our platform. But yeah, that's like the main thing. Just a little bit more about ClipStack is that we are trying to streamline their whole creative process so that creators can stop wasting time on organization and focus on producing their high quality videos. So yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'm Ivy Pham, the founder of Spiceable. Have you ever wanted to recreate a dish but only to realize that you're missing half of the spices? But Spiceable creates all-in-one pre-portioned spice packs. All the spices you need are all packed and sealed into blister bubbles that are ready to be popped out into your pot. And with a variety of global cuisines to choose from, every dish comes with a recipe card as well, telling you exactly what to do with what ingredients. So yeah, from last week, as you can see, we improved the packaging to make it more e-commerce ready and store ready, all in one. And then the other thing is we went to the farmers market at Mueller and we reached out to the meat vendors to talk about opportunities for collaboration. And we were able to talk with 7 vendors and we're in the process of talking and meeting with them. So that's really exciting. Yeah, and this week we're gonna keep figuring out different ways of collaboration. So if any suggestions on what would work or anything, always welcome. And the other thing is we're planning to launch our website, our e-commerce website this month. So we're focusing on design, branding, and probably getting some professional pictures taken as well. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I did. I like carved the whole.
Hey y'all, I'm Will, co-founding Panopsis. Y'all pretty much know what we do, but did you actually know that for every day that a deal gets delayed, there's $27,000 of value that is missed? So that means that if your deal ends a month later than when it could end, you'd be losing out on $600,000 of missed opportunity. And Panopsis comes in and solves that problem. We're building the first AI-native virtual data room platform for due diligence for middle market M&A. And we're speeding up due diligence times from what used to be months to perhaps even weeks, essentially cutting the entire time needed in half. And in terms of what we did last week, we were working on a lot of the bells and whistles that were needed to fully launch our data room platform. So that included granular permissions, and also just fixing up a bunch of bugs, making sure that we're using all the secure APIs, really just migrating everything from OpenAI to Azure, where there's top secret grade compliance. And what we're going to accomplish next week, we're going to be finished rolling out the rest of our features. We're going to be getting back in touch with all the people we talked to, with over 20 bankers that we've talked to over the past few months. We're looking to kind of get them back into our customer feedback loop and have them actually try out and hopefully use and buy our product. Something else I'm working on is that I'm actually hiring high school interns. So I'm praying for that, hoping that all works out. Otherwise, it's going to be a huge waste of time. But hopefully that's going to be able to increase our throughput a lot as well. And in terms of what we need, I guess any sort of connections, as usual, is always appreciated. To anyone that uses due diligence, does due diligence, works in M&A, private equity, everything helps. We just love talking to people. And thank you.
So a couple weeks ago, I had to call Southwest, and I kid you not, it took over 2.5 hours. I was trying to reroute a check back, and I kept getting stuck with virtual payments. And once I finally got through to human, I kept getting meant more terrible elevator music. This is a painful problem for pretty much all adults. And in fact, over 2.5 million hours are wasted on hold every single day. So this is a huge amount of time wasted. Of course, time is money. And the current solutions, they all focus on the business. So they help them save time and automate. But for us, it really just makes things worse. More bots, longer wait times, fewer humans. So that's why we're building the first AI phone agent for consumers. So you literally never have to wait on hold again. So how it works is you interact with CallBuddy like ChatGPT. It'll call for you, talking to the virtual agent just like you would, or the real agent. And if you just want to get through to someone, it'll also just add you to the call once you reach a human. And at the end of the call, you'll get a summary and a transcript. So I've kind of used customer support as an example of a use case here, but you can really use it for anything. Checking availability, making reservations, booking appointments. It's kind of like having a personal assistant in your phone. So if I had CallBuddy during that Southwest call, it would have taken me minutes, not hours. So last week, we actually met with a German company owner who expressed interest in using CallBuddy for his company. We met him through the startup call, but he basically owns like a company listing site, kind of like Yellow Pages, and he wanted to basically white label CallBuddy so that the users could contact the businesses without having to actually call, because a lot of the businesses in Germany still rely on phone interactions. They haven't quite gotten to the point where you can get quotes and book reservations through the website. We also had someone from General Catalyst reach out, so got a meeting with them in a couple weeks. So next week, we're really just going to try to focus on getting a really solid demo working for that meeting. And then in terms of what we need help with, really just like strategy and go-to-market is kind of what we're focusing on, since we're still pretty early and have a lot of room to fit. So yeah. My name is Chris, and I am the co-founder of Young Rose. Roblox, if you didn't already know, is essentially like a YouTube for games where game developers can come and make money from the games. Is now the world's largest and fastest growing game platform in the world, with over 7 million users. Or you can think of it as around 1,000 NFL stadium worth of players playing per day. Now, what if I told you that despite having so many users and millions of developers, that less than 1% of these developers are actually making any money from their games, simply because they lack simple business fundamentals needed to succeed. The big three being: 1, marketing for the game, or the game being seen immediately after launch; 2, funding for the game, or the game being able to finish because they don't have the resources to finish; or 3, even after they launch their game, they often don't have the means to sustain their games and maintain it for things like brand partnerships, or to really capitalize on the capital that their game can be made with. That's why us at Young Bros, we help these developers by doing all three, offering funding, giving them access to immediately off launch due to our influencer marketing, and 3, giving these developers means to sustain their game and have brand partnerships long term. We accomplished last week, so I wasn't able to announce this the other week, but we had an investor meeting with our first investor, Aries Interactive. Aries Interactive into my mentor Nada, and that went extremely well. So hopefully, hopefully after this game launch that we have in the future, by this month we can hopefully use them and talk a bit more to them. As well as right now we're kind of like in battle mode for this one game launch we have in the next few weeks. So really trying to make sure everything for that goes well. We already have around 45 influencers onboarded for that game, and so we're hoping to triple or quadruple that number off launch. And we're really hoping to accomplish next week, launch the game as soon as possible. We're getting a launch release site, or launch release quick, and essentially onboard as many influencers as possible for that game. But that's pretty much all.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nicole. So I'm the founder of Panacea, and what we're doing is we're essentially creating a personal health navigator for cancer patients and their care team. So outside of the hospital, cancer patients kind of don't know where to find resources. They don't know where to look, and there's not enough patient health navigators to support them in finding these resources. So we match them to resources based on a prediction algorithm using their EHR data, as well as what they tell us through their voice. And we also streamline the patient symptoms, their data back to the hospitals to help doctors make more informed decisions on their care. So last week, we are right now setting up a pilot with MD Anderson, which is really, really exciting. We also have a partnership with this AI company who essentially has this voice interface already. They already created this empathetic API specifically tailored toward healthcare, and we're going to be working with them to incorporate that with Panacea. And then also we're preparing for this competition called Seed happening this Thursday. So y'all should come and support. It's the finals. There's an audience choice award, so you can help us with that. And then our ask is if you know anyone in healthcare, either runs a hospital, is part of insurance, or anything in the area, centers of Medicaid and Medicare services, that would be extremely helpful. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Vi, and I'm the CEO of Touch Drive. So, according to the NHTCA, there is a drunk driving accident every 39 minutes in the US. And by the end of this meeting, close to around 4 more people will die due to a drunk driving accident. And these could have all been preventable. With products such as like breathalyzers or IIDs, yes, they're well institutionalized, but they're not necessarily accessible nor efficient, and we're here today to solve that. With Touch Drive, what we're doing is creating a totally non-invasive way to detect drivers' blood alcohol levels through retina sensing and also fingerprint sensing. And our use case scenario is that we're trying to license our product to like aviation companies, OR rooms, and also trucking. So if I was a trucker going into clock in, I would use my fingerprint technology and also look at the camera, and that data would be sent to the manager to lower your insurance rates and also the liability rates of the company. So recently, this past week, we noticed that we found a way to detect THC through our proprietary science. So we're doing a lot more research within that and see how much of an impact that has to like B2B spaces when it comes to like JB Hunt and PepsiCo, or if we talk to like pest controls and how their work is used to THC. And we got a few interns, and they're doing like a research study about like THC sensing right now. So we're using them to like create like a research guide about breathalyzers and also THC. And we're also focusing on our we have a meeting with this ABC Pest Control in a few weeks about a future pilot program. So we've been kind of getting ready with that, and also DevCon. So that's it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Harrison and I'm a co-founder of GameTricks, where we make analytics for esports simple and accessible. So I've played video games for most of my life, but I was never the best at the competitive ones. No one knows this better than my co-founder, who's just like way better than me in like every game we've ever played. In fact, there was this one night in particular where I was just playing so bad that he was basically begging me to log off before I drove him insane. But he still wanted me to get better though, so for that night, we decided to watch the professionals play. Even though it was 4 in the morning at this point, there was always a competitive team playing somewhere in the world. And we decided to watch a Korean game for the rest of that night. And while we were watching, my co-founder broke down every play to explain to me the different situations, tactics, and strategies that these teams were using and I wasn't. And as a result of his analysis, I went from a bottom 50% player to a top 20% player in just 1 month. So that got us thinking, how could we replicate this layout of information for other players to use? That's where GameTricks comes in. GameTricks is an esports data aggregation and analytics platform. We collect data from sources like grid.gg to provide performance tracking, predictive modeling, and natural language interactions. Imagine being able to just ask, hey, why am I losing on this side of the map? Or how will player X do against player Y? So whether you're scouting for the perfect player, predicting matchups, or recognizing your own habits, GameTricks can take it to the next level. So for what we did last week, we started development on our next feature tailored specifically to B2B. They're AI generated scout reports so that teams can get like a foresight into what to expect in their upcoming matches. For this next week, we're going to continue working on our models for this feature, and then we're also going to start connecting it to our front-end pages for people to actually use on the website. For what we need help with, connections to anyone in the esports space is always helpful. And that's it. Thank you.
Last but not least. Hi everyone, my name is Justin. I'm working on Ducky. So the best way to learn something is by teaching someone else. And so we're building Ducky, which is an AI tutor where students can learn better by teaching Ducky. Ducky is adaptive, so over time it learns like how you learn, like any great tutor, and it'll store every topic you've learned in your 12 years of school, exactly how you learned it, all in your own words into a second brain. And so if you ever forget anything, you can go back and it'll be basically you teaching yourself. So we're building this because from my experience, learning is still really difficult. Nothing really ever grows. You just take the class, take the exam, and forget everything right after. For teachers and parents, they're left out the loop. They can't really see where students struggle unless they see exam grades, and it's really reactive. And with AI now, it's really unreliable. Okay, so what did we do last week? We interviewed at Z Fellows. I also went to New York City to pitch to Soma VC. It went okay. What am I gonna accomplish this week? So we're just pushing out some new features for Ducky, working with users. Yeah. Okay, yeah, thanks.
All right, y'all, just feel free to grab pizza now, and then you can head into mentor office hours.
Also, I forgot to say, but I did bring some products for purchase today. So if you're, please come get one if you're interested, and your feedback is highly appreciated. Thank you.
Don't has a scarcity. I also, so I was in complete system by one of my friends. He mentioned that one of the things, at least for school, they kind of, yeah, so I guess like, because he was actually there when I was there, so he kind of thought out like, even though, yeah, because he was talking about other, like, people that were and they actually didn't have a bar, so it was that makes sense. Kind of just like, he's just kind of like, or being like, I think he's really smart, kind of wanted to go to but just be so welcome, like, honestly, like, all the time, just like, yeah. Super It would probably be that. Those professionals. Other things. I wanted to also ask, like, now, like, what do you guys think of, like, so, we had got this flag for my life. So, the favorite box, yeah, so, like, right now, yeah, like, with, like, the one favorite box, actually, no, this fun, this fun, which I think, the thing is, so, the neuroscience class has one it's like the foundation. It's perfect to co-pilot, but obviously now it's hard. What I found is hard to like take an discussion now and go back to even like quarterly there's we have to plan a bunch of things. So I guess like the product is really so well. If I'm being very transparent, 10 minutes that was so good, there's still a lot of like our users are there's like first of all there's like this category where you guys are doing study. Some of them like certain and others don't. And then there's the category where people just don't want to talk. So we just like find it. I'm basically but in terms of like, I talked to Roger, or yeah, about First of all, But none of it's expectation or this is fun. You know, I don't know if it's always fun, but you don't want to suck. But you don't want to have to literally, you know, so even if it's And if you really don't want to, let's say it's left back, or let's say you put three, then but it would be like, I think, you know, and we can like the LLC, we can tell them to do Last week, I would go with was 7 million creators out here. So you're going to have challenge, especially you should share silly metric and people are using every day. We have 1,000 people. So this is what's happening when you do that. Say, do stuff you gotta like really enunciate. If you have a point, notice how it's delivery right. You got real belief. It's like, oh yeah, you love video games, right? But did you know we took every tier 1 football stadium, every PKR, big house, 1,000 football stadiums, that's how many people play Roblox. Dude, it's crazy. That's very moving. Yeah, well, I think that's just I was trying to find a video. I feel like nobody knows how much people for the majority of people know how much people. They know, even if you don't go to football games, you kind of know. That's exactly because everyone thinks sports is so big. Whether or not because you just show up and cheer 100,000 people that up and all essential, right? Everyone's on their own, you gotta class out, everyone I have to mail it all my book. Way more people. So there's like a lot of things like order stuff, design
Hello? Hello? All right. Sorry to interrupt, but mentors with teams that have multiple people, those students just submitted their video graded pitches, and I just shot them over to you by email with the pitch feedback form. So just please remember to like watch those videos. You can watch them now too, and just give your feedback if you'd like. And yeah, just a quick reminder. And there's the attendance QR code.
This is the most you've made up 100 games so far? I have thought about
doubling down on it. I would talk to a lawyer. I would talk to a lawyer that might have anywhere near some kind of experience with this. Like a venture lawyer. Something like that. I think you'd be like, talking to like someone like who is going to be just like,
You don't want to go get that. Big deal, easy. There's like other like do you have a term? Like no, usually we're pretty nobody have this how you do. AI startup and literally updating the freaking thing information. Law firms are specifically so I talked to Mr. Thompson. He also mentioned that corporate ton of money. So I think so the key is knowing the early basic things. I have to and then anyone I know. That's what I'm trying to reach. And then you'll have three options. You'll have and maybe one of them is where does it go sooner? It's easier than waiting until and now the years there's only having a cost.
it was a metaverse kind of play. But I think there was a good amount of money at the start. I just haven't heard a word like house up there. But it was very much like a metaverse play. Interactive community style game. Experts together in-house. I the sport itself. I don't think it works. I feel like sports metaverse. As I'm saying with Roblox, it's steady growth. I think it's definitely better.
If someone says go talk to them, I think it's worth it. I'm not convinced you have the market. Yeah, I think so. I think the focus needs to be on getting one of those not writing the code. Especially for technical people, I'm going to go make that deal with it. Yeah. If this is person, I want to see three people. Yeah. Well, think about it. Yeah, you want to set up a call with your brother or Alan next week. Definitely at one point, walking through capital and I just like, hey, you do leverage from this, you interested in working on this class, hey, can I come talk to you at conference? I meet with your HR person about this. And then you go and have very open discussions about I want to do this. collecting information about the youth. And then later he turned out to build that youth actually. Yeah, it's very much, it's a very casual. Coming down to problem,
I don't know
we're doing this early stuff, I'm being really well,
but I know more than big guys.
Opportunity to but it's going to change all this. I think it's going to change your world in corporate.
Done investment structures before is really valuable. And honestly, just getting their legal opinion on that first call, where you guys say, here's the situation we're at, here's the two thoughts you have about which route we want to take. We want to know the implications. And I think just after the first 30 people, they'll be able to tell you in 30 minutes, like, what each pros and cons is to go away. What's required to be
Corporate training I need to make sure everyone signs off the policy and procedures. And actually, I need to hear about the then there's this other thing, like, I gotta make sure my sales force can talk about this product. And so there is another one that I really want to engage in. This is different.
That was last week, right? We talked about
What's the training program? And you ask them, how do you do it today? Can you hire this? I would say that you want to do it now. You did you gave it to me right now, it's the real thing that they love to have. And they can't hire no one. I would say starting out pretty evident foreign companies I want to figure out. And then maybe with a Socratic discussion on it. Most definitely it might turn out to be and that's the fact that, my goal, I want to be the head Does you want to share about the future of yeah, I like the problem. I don't like so much that enough to give you a headache? No, not a headache. Just a lot to think about. I really want to, what do you think about Max? Are you sure it's I mean, you think this is a very small, but also all your stories. I like that because that's actually what I feel that's kind of what license talks about. It's like it's your first what the problem is. You don't worry about the numbers or you know about what happened without they want to exactly better. Okay, cool. Always yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we can meet with you. They're not so great, but I think it's maybe a little small. I would love that. I would, if I were you, I'd give you that. How do I get to meet people? Yeah, it's actually what. No, I mean, that's, I don't know. I doubt it was something they have to for the kids. I agree on that. Or I think it's the final base. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's for people to use this. I don't know. I think we have to make it right. I might say, okay, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to do one player, I'm going to keep all your and then I'm going to have a monthly time I'm going to set up. Hey, how's it going? Do you all have like 5-10 minutes? Yep, I have the 6. Perfect. So we just came back from Genesis. I'm going to hit the restroom and then we'll get out. Me too. How you doing, man? Yeah, long time. Do you work from here or? I do work from here. 16? Yeah. Nice. You got our office on the 5th. Oh, cool. That's great. For happy. Yeah. That's awesome. So you just have like a customer meeting event for you. You're going to write the contacts and now we're going to figure out how to do that. So right now we're focused really on helping the public or the they'll make a device right now. But they have to write a ton of documents like captain maybe 10 and then if it hits the market they will know exactly why. And one of the biggest things that new does is giving them an internal internet focused search tool. They have all these CDs. For example, the one we talked to today, I'm going quick. They have 100 real time use of products. Over 100 products on the market. So he was like, I know Dr. Such and Such gave me a note about the product website, but I can't find it. And one of their quality engineer was like 80% of my data is taken to Dr. So he was like, they didn't like initially as the stuff that was brought up, this wasn't in it. So today we told them like talking to like over 60 companies that have and like how the bigger thing is and how much time they need to make documents. I know it's almost like so you say I think it's that it's also said if you wait for you guys cannot try to which makes you wonder like so I was gonna ask you guys there is like, how do you get uncuts on it's exciting. Yeah, first since we figured this into the what the number one there's something else it's called tolerance for staff.
that like hardware engineers do. They look at every gap in their